talking a lot about wine, but I have yet to see it. I think maybe we need a little visit from one of our Studio 10 alumni.
Absolutely, because we all know that Burgdorf's Winery has been sweetening mid-Michigan for 20 years, and now they have a new home here at Choice Farm Market, where of course we're live from right now. So we were able to catch up with Dave Burgdorf and Loretta to talk about how they're uncorking their new partnership. Take a look. It's wine o'clock somewhere, and I think that's right here in the brand new tasting room. Joining me right now to kind of be our wine connoisseurs and talk about everything that you guys have here is Loretta and Dave Burgdorf. How are you guys doing? Good, good.
Yeah, we're great.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we have wine in front of us, so you can't complain with that. But of course, this is such a fun partnership that you guys have been able to kind of truly and literally blend together ideas with Burgdorf wine. So Dave, I know this has been something that has been a tradition with your family. It's been a part of your family for 20 years, but your actual love for wine and kind of dibbling in wine started 40 years ago as a hobby, right? So walk us through kind of the history. What got you to be kind of the wine guy here in mid-Michigan?
We were home winemakers, and I grew up on a very small farm where we had to do everything ourselves because we were poor. But I always picked wild fruit, so we started picking wild fruit in the woods, you know, raspberries, blackberries, choke cherries, berries, all that. And we started making wine, my wife and I, my wife Deb. So we were making wine, and I was making stuff. It was mostly like furniture stripper back in those days, but it was alcohol and made your cheeks red and toes numb, you know. But then 20 years ago, my wife and I, she's a microbiologist and did fermentation and research and industry. A very smart lady. I kind of married up in life big time, you know. But so we started making wine. It was very, very good. And our neighbors were telling us, you know, take your hobby and turn it into a business. So that's kind of what we did. We started with wild fruit again, still picking it, but then we kept on going.
Yeah, and here, look at you guys. Now you have award-winning wine, so many different blends and flavors, and I mean, we have a flight right in front of us, and now it's here at Choice Farm Markets. Walk us through how that transition, that blend kind of came to be, because this is where people can now taste and see, and it will be made.
When we first started Choice Farm Market, we had a license to sell beer and wine. And being that our market focuses on things that are grown, raised, processed in Michigan, we actually exclusively carry Burgdorf's wine. I never thought I liked wine until my sister had taken me over to Burgdorf's about 7 years ago. And I tried their wine and I realized I do like wine, I just had never had good wine before. And so we had invited Dave out here to do a live, we used to do this lunch with Loretta, and it was a Facebook thing, we did it live, so I invited him out here to do a tasting. And that's really the first time we ever met. And his wife Deb came with him. And so afterwards I was kind of showing them around here. And the next day I got a phone call and said we need to talk.
And here you guys are. Yeah. So how have you been able to kind of use Burgdorf and be the new home for it here?
So we opened a tasting room a year ago. It's a 3-year transition, although I know they're going to be lifelong consultants with us.
Yeah, long time.
And the first step was to convert this into the tasting room. The next step will be we will be breaking ground this fall on the production facility. And then next fall, we will be moving the production over here, so we'll have the production on site. What we really liked about Burgdorf's wine is that they are a truly Michigan wine, which means they make all of their own wine, and we use only Michigan-grown fruit.
A natural fit, a natural blend, and I think the wine that you chose right here is kind of the first kind of collaboration.
This is a Pour Me Pink. We had this wine a few years ago, and it was a favorite, and we haven't had it for a couple of years.
Right.
And so we brought it back, and this is the first wine that Deb and I have collaborated on as far as blending and, you know, going back and saying, no, we need more of this, we need a little bit of this. I'm excited that, you know, I'm growing as a wine.
Yeah, exactly. They're pouring the passion into you, and you're pouring the actual wine for everyone in the community. So we have a flight in front of us, so walk us through some of those options that people can get when they stop on by here in the tasting room.
Well, the flights are all the different kind of wines that we kind of have, but you can pick different selections of flights. And all the flights are different because of the fruit that we work with. And we work with farmers, select farmers only in Michigan to grow the fruit for us. So we have a white wine, a rosé, and a red. We do only fruit wines here at Burgdorf Winery. And when I say that, grapes are fruit as well. So we do grape wines. Some people think only grape wines, that's wine, especially in Italy.
Yeah, so we do have the flights available. Because we produce over 40 different wines, we open 1/3 at a time. So we're on a 3-week rotation. You can choose your own, or we do have pre-selected flights for those who want to just hurry up and start drinking. And then you find one you like, you can come back and get a glass. And we offer food, and we've got a new food menu. We offer the charcuterie as well.
We've done a lot of talking, but we haven't done any of that tasting. So we have to have a little bit of a taste of the wine that's in front of us. And so let's do it. Cheers to, of course, great passion and great blend of everyone, and of course, great wine.
Exactly.
So cheers.
Cheers.
And cheers to all of us out here. We found the wine. We found Dave. You have to tell us what you poured for us today.
This is a Marquette. It's a varietal. It's an adapted varietal that was developed by the University of Minnesota. Grows in cool climates like in Michigan. Beautiful wine.
Beautiful wine, but let's talk about the taste. Where does it fall in the sweetness or dry scale? What can we expect when we get a taste of it?
Well, it's definitely not going to be a sweet wine or sweeter wine. It's just the grape in there, so it's going to end up being a drier red. But it's very, 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 very smooth on the palate to get the flavors and everything out of this grape. Beautiful wine.
Love to hear it. Now, Dave, I think we need a little Studio 10 refresher. What is the proper way to taste wine?
Well, the first thing you have to do is hold your glass correctly. That's good.
Okay.
You know, hold like, yeah, this is good. And then you want to swirl it, but to get the swirl down, because it's going to mix the oxygen with the wine so you can inhale it and breathe it. So you want to take a position like this. Put your elbow on your hip tightly, and then take your hips and just work those hips. Hold your take your elbow off, and look at that glass swirling.
Look at that.
There you go.
I'm ready. My hips are still swirling too.
Yes, these hips and these wine don't lie. This looks amazing. So we have to taste it then, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's cheers it. See
Okay, cheers.
If we twist it enough. Let's see.
I need a little more twist in it. Right? A little bit more. A little bit more.
But that is very smooth.
Oh, it's so smooth.
Yes, and this is one of how many different kind of wines that you have?
We make 38 to 43 different kind of wines.
Wow. And that's all here that you can get at the tasting room, because, I mean, this is just one. Thank goodness you guys have flights. Yes. So we can get a little bit of everything.
Right. Thank you very much. And these are all truly Michigan wines. They're all grown fruit from farmers we work with in Michigan.
That is right. Michigan made. Cheers.
Cheers
Thanks for
to
joining
that.
us.
Thank you.
But